So welcome in to, hopefully you've made a nice cozy space. Maybe you could maybe dim the lights, just make sure you're nice and warm, snuggle in. And so tonight's class is the last one of the year. And I just thought it'd be really nice to honour the winter solstice, which is going to be a week Saturday. But it already feels like we're in the depths of midwinter. I'm sure you feel that too. It's just getting dark so super early. It's so dark in the mornings. It's like we have very, very limited daylight. So a nod to the solstice. Now, winter solstices are usually times to like really sow some seeds for the whole year ahead. But I feel like because we're a little bit earlier honoring the solstice, I thought instead what we could do is use this practice to just contemplate how we want to navigate the festive season. Because I don't know about you, but my levels of franticness have elevated somewhat. Busyness, to do, socials, cooking, shopping lists, okay? And something quite personal has happened over the last couple of days. It's just also made me take stock of what is really important. What is the priority? What's the most important thing? So that's just something that I think hearing and sensing how many others are, it's instead going to be this opportunity to think, okay, well, how do I want to be over the next couple of weeks? And it may be that you take it further. How do I want to be this week? What do I need this week? What's important this week, next week? So that's going to be the idea, as well as honoring where we are astrologically, with the solstice itself, with us tipping away, that furthest point away from the sun. So welcome, and welcome yourself. Welcome yourself. Thank yourself for this opportunity that you have to take some time out. And that these first few moments are going to really be dedicated to just arriving and landing. I like that idea of landing. If we take a look at what nature is doing around us, apart from being a bit muddy and wet, it's still. There is this stillness now as we head into winter. So the invitation is for us to land upon the earth. Feel your way into your body. Get yourself even a little bit more comfortable sitting, leaning against anything. However you are, if you are reclined, get comfy. And let's spend a few moments bringing our palms into prayer position. And that you are starting to really acknowledge your breath. Breath in and breath out. Feeling the touch between left and right palm. Just wondering if your left palm feels as strong as your right palm. The The right side of our body represents the sun. The left side is represented by moon, but I'm also thinking if the right side is sun and we're furthest away from sun, we're in the darkness, in the cool, in the stillness, how does that left side compare? Just thinking about coming into a place of balance, of evenness. A couple more long, full breaths here. Letting go around the edges of the body, a bit of softening. The earth really holding us right now for this next hour for our practice. And then coming to interlace all the fingers, but extending out our index fingers and pointing this mudra down towards the earth. So one of the ways we use this mudra is a letting go, or it translates to a pouring out. And letting go. And just taking a moment to really breathe out. Letting go your busyness. Maybe you're still breathing out tension from your body. It's maybe an opportunity not only of letting go the busyness of the season, the festivities, but as we do head towards the end of the year, and letting go anything that is still lingering, any heaviness, any darkness. We have this opportunity to lighten our load. And it's not that we ever forget what's happened. We hold on to lessons, the learnings, the growth. But we can give to the earth whatever it is we don't want to be carrying anymore. And also, as we get into the busy season, it's just letting go the stuff that really doesn't matter. The trivial stuff, the silly stuff. And then we're just going to just take the last couple of exhales here with this letting go practice. And then just gently releasing this mudra, placing the hands perhaps onto the thighs or the backs of them, onto the knees, if that's comfortable. And for the next few moments, with palms face down onto your knees. Allowing the inhalation to be full and long and smooth. And for the exhalation to be long and full or emptying and smooth. But just as we give a nod to the winter solstice, to the stillness, to the turning point. That maybe we can just linger in that exhalation, at the end of the exhalation, for a moment or two before the breath returns again, like the returning sun as we would pass through the solstice. So we're exhaling and just dwelling there, honoring the solstice, the shortest day, the longest night, before the light returns, like before the breath returns, that lightness, that lighter energy, the fullness of inhale. Let our attention turn to the exhale for a moment, a few moments. Into the pause at the end of the exhale, into that stillness. And notice how it feels to drop into that stillness, to drop into the pause at the end of the exhale. And then just letting go that control of the breath, allowing the breath to flow again with some ease. And I invite you to spend the next few moments just contemplating for you what's important for you over the next coming week or two. Are there things that you can let go of? Are there other things that need to get some priority? Whilst the winter solstice, is arriving into that shortest day, it really is about a celebration of the returning light. So we're just using these few moments to illuminate what it is that's important to you, what's significant, and that we're thinking about matters of the heart, not materialism, but the things that really matter to us. So, and really my idea was that it's just a bit of a check-in with ourselves. What do I need? How do I want to be? What can I let go of? And just remembering to hold on to whatever it is you've just been contemplating, like it's holding on to the inner light. Thank you, everyone. Coming back to the sensation of body being held by earth and just very gently releasing any mudras that are in the hands. So the only movement that I have suggested, so before we go into sit to do another breathing practice, I just thought we could break it up and do a little movement. And as I say, I've only picked one today. If you want to add in any others, you're very welcome to. If you're sat on the floor, you're invited to take the legs quite wide. And if you're sat up on a bit of furniture, maybe, or a chair, that you come forward in your chair, start to take the feet a bit wider. And we're going to interlace the hands and we're going to do some stirring of the pot. So really like tapping into our inner fire. But for me, this is just a great way of also easing out the whole of the body. And we get into the back of the legs, the side waist, the shoulders, the spine. Some big stirring movements, really reaching forwards. Maybe add a little bit more action into your shoulders, possibly your neck. And of course, the breath is with you, breath awareness. And then let's change direction. If you're on the floor, you might feel the legs can go a fraction wider. Last couple rotations, stirrings. And then this is your opportunity to, if you need to roll the shoulders or stretch your neck, or maybe there's a little tension and it's somewhere else in your body, just to invite in those little movements, those little stretches that it's going to help you to perhaps sit with a bit more ease. If you're finding it quite challenging on the floor, maybe lean against a bit of furniture or come and sit on another cushion. And then coming back when you're ready to your upright position. So the practice, the pranayama practice, nadi shodhana, an alternate nostril breathing practice, is often used as a way to balance light and dark. And I just thought this would be an opportune time to bring in, as I said, the right side is the sun and the left side is the moon. And we are seeking some balance. If you're okay closing one or other nostril, prepare your right hand. This is how I like to prepare mine, Vishnu Mudra, or any other gesture that you like to work with. Your two peace fingers can tuck in. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, you can just also use your thumb and index finger. I'll talk you through a couple rounds. If you prefer to only visualize it, please do so. So when you're ready, you're going to take a long, smooth inhale, both nostrils. At the top of the inhalation, close your right nostril, exhale left. Breathe in that same side, that left nostril. Every exhalation, we're going to switch over, opposite nostril. Every inhalation, same nostril. And every exhalation, opposite nostril. Breathe in, same side. Breathing out, opposite side. But a lying down figure of 8, flow of your breath. The inhalation is representing the returning light, and the exhalation representing the darkness of the winter months. Breathing in each time you inhale, lightness of light, and exhale of darkness. And if you're quite familiar with this style of practice, maybe come back to lingering at the end of the exhale. That nod to the solstice. Being really close to the breath, flow, the feeling, the sound. Next time you come to exhale through your left nostril, gently release the practice. Awareness very close to the sensation of the breath in and out both nostrils now. And how that feels, breathing in and out both nostrils. And reflecting once again, just reminding yourself how you wish to feel, how you wish to be, and that what is important to you is really illuminated, especially for the next couple weeks. And the mudras in your hands very mindfully release and turning your palms down. And when you're ready, you can blink open your eyes and prepare for Yoga Nidra, your deep rest. All your blankets, all the pillows, all the cushions, maybe an eye pillow that you can lay down. If you like to have a little something under the back of the knees, maybe a bolster, then pop that into place. Yeah, if you want to dim your lights, if you haven't already. Preparations, all the preparations. And the feathering of our nest, the plumping of pillows, smoothing of clothing. Do it all so that you have the opportunity to not be distracted by your physical body as much as possible for the next 20 minutes or so. A little adjustment to the sock or the sleeve or whatever. It's all worth it right now. So that we may, actually the word comes up, surrender. That's been the theme of my classes this week, the idea of surrendering. Surrendering to a higher power. And right now, surrendering the body to the earth. And the earth is a higher power than us. Surrendering to the earth. Making any final little tweaks and adjustments. Making sure you are plenty warm enough. Now let's just come to acknowledge all the sounds that are around us, the sounds distantly in your home, the sounds that are in your room, and we welcome them all. If there's other people in the house that you can hear, that's absolutely fine. They just continue their day-to-day life as you pause. And then come to hear your breath. Listen to the sound of your breath. Maybe deepen the breath to make it audible. If you so wish, if it helps you, 3 sides of the breath out. Giving the weight of your body fully to the earth. Solstice is inviting us to drop down, to slow, to find stillness, to pause. But the tilt of the earth doesn't just arrive suddenly and then immediately turn back. It arrives in that tilt, that furthest point away from the sun. It pauses there, it lingers there before it starts to make its return journey. And we're pausing, we're finding our stillness. Turning your attention to the breath, and just as we did a little while ago, go right to the end of the exhale. Linger there a moment. You're not forcing it, straining it, but see if you can drop into the end of the exhale. And then you'll know the breath wants to come in, so you let the breath arrive. And again, lingering at the end of the exhale. How does that feel? How does it feel to drop down? And then notice how full the inhale is. Couple more cycles of breath like this. Slowing the breath, slowing and calming the nervous system. The breath helping us to find our stillness, helping us to pause. And then before we journey deeper into our Yoga Nidra, in the form of, or in place of a Sankalpa this evening, just call back in what your intentions are for the next few weeks, what's important, how you wish to move through these next couple of weeks. Again, the idea that the returning light is illuminating those needs for you. I'm going to prepare to journey around the body. Let my voice guide you. Just simply following with your awareness around your body, seeing if we can relax deeper and deeper. Let us arrive and take our awareness to the point between our collarbones. Let's journey across the left collarbone to the left shoulder, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Left elbow, left forearm, and our awareness landing into the left palm of hand. Palm of the left hand. Invitation to relax is extended down to the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. In the back of the hand, and the whole of the left hand, and the whole of the left arm. Whole of the left arm resting deeply upon the earth. Your attention traveling back to the point between the collarbones. Your awareness slowly traveling across right collarbone. Seeing if you can relax a little more deeply into right shoulder, right elbow, wrist, and your awareness drops into the palm of the right hand. Palm of the right hand. Inviting a release to the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. The back of the hand, and the whole of the right hand, and the whole of the right arm. Returning your awareness back to the point between your collarbones. Traveling the short journey down to the breastbone. Breathing out, a deep release to the chest on the left side. And to your chest on the right side. Beneath the chest, let go the breath. So the breath is really softening, quietening. Your awareness dropping deep and in and around the whole of the chest. Your awareness to the diaphragm, to the navel center, and softening and releasing deep in the belly. Whole of the belly releasing, softening. Softening the whole of the pelvis. Whole of the pelvis. Letting go. Letting go the weight of your body to the earth. The more we let go, the more the earth is there to hold us. Awareness traveling into left hip. Conscious undoing, releasing, softening. Left hip. Left thigh. Left knee. Left ankle. And the sole of the left foot, full awareness to the sole of the left foot. Left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. The top of the foot, the heel, and the whole of the left foot. Whole of the left foot resting. Whole of the left leg resting. The left leg is released and given to the earth. Whole of that left leg. Let us now take our awareness into the right hip. Conscious releasing and awareness of letting go that right hip, that right thigh bone. Letting go. And the breath out, inviting that release. Inviting that heaviness to the right thigh, right knee, right ankle, and to the sole of the right foot. Sole of the right foot. Right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. The top of the right foot, the right heel, whole of the right foot. Acknowledge the whole of the right foot. The whole of the right foot and the whole of the right leg. Released, held by earth. Letting go into stillness. No need to move. Embracing the stillness, both legs. Both legs. Awareness into the back of the pelvis. To the whole back body, spine, muscles of the back. The left shoulder blade and the right shoulder blade. Both shoulder blades. Sensing the back of the neck. And the very back of the head. The center of the back of the head. As if your inner gaze is turned in and back on itself to the point at the very back of the head. To the crown of your head. And as we pause at the crown of the head, are there sensations at the crown of the head? Very crown of the head. Across your forehead, your temples, your cheekbones, your jaw, driving to the very tips of your nostrils. Very tips of your nostrils. And following the breath into the heart center. Following your breath into the center of your chest. Just come to notice, whilst at the center of your chest, the natural rise and fall Gentle rise and expansiveness as you breathe in, the softness as you breathe out. And for the next few breaths, acknowledge the stillness at the end of the exhale. That stillness at the end of the exhale representing the solstice, the winter solstice. And the day after the solstice, the light returns, connecting to the lightness of your in-breath, filling your heart center with the lightness and the light of the inhalation. The knowing that the light returns, breathe it in. The joy that the light brings, breathe it in. And gratitude for all that is full and abundant in your life, breathe it in. And is it possible for you that the inhalation can feel or be represented by a light, an expansive light? And if a light doesn't resonate for you, stay with the sensation of lightness. Breathing it in, allowing it to expand, allowing it to grow. Your own inner light shining. And even in the darkness, our inner light is still there. Let us remember our own inner light. And with that lightness of breath, lightness of energy, lightness of sensation, and light itself, let us remember what's important to us, that we illuminate what is important to us in the days that come. Allowing all of that to be felt and to be held in the space of your heart. Now it's each time that we breathe out, getting you to gather in this light, All this lightness of awareness, just drawing it in closer and closer, and gathering in until your awareness becomes like that of a candle flame, gathering it into the heart space and symbolically placing that candle flame onto the altar of your heart. And come back to sensation of breath, that which surrounds the light of the heart. And the light of the heart is held there, and we return to the next layer beyond that of the breath. And to the next layer beyond that, which is the body, the physical body, sensing all the support of the body by earth. Welcoming back all the sounds that are around you in your room and in your home. Maybe there's distant sounds. And then just to help us connect more into our physical body, let us wiggle our fingers. Let us wiggle our toes. Welcoming some deeper breaths just to accompany some bigger movements, wrists and ankles. Ankles and wrists. Perhaps a stretch of the arms. Perhaps a little stretch of the legs. A yawn maybe. These little movements making way for bigger movements. A hug of the knees maybe, a little rotation, some of you on the floor. And that when you are feeling ready and you've just stretched enough, do take some time to roll to one side. Don't come up too quickly. And that when you do come up, is it possible that you can sit to observe your candle? Is it possible you can sit to observe your candle? If there's a way of bringing your candle in front of you, perhaps. I didn't try this out, but you might not want your candle in front of your screen as we come to do a candle gazing meditation. I don't know, it might just add a bit of a weird dimension. So possibly that you're just going to look away from your screen and have your candle to one side. I'm obviously holding mine. I wouldn't recommend holding it, but you don't want to be in front of the Zoom screen with your candle. Ideally, your candle is eye height. But right now, anything will do, any positioning. And when you're in place and when you feel ready, we're just going to start a candle gazing practice. So your eyes are open, you're just going to look at the candle flame. You don't need to be tempted to look at the screen at all. You're just going to observe the flame of your candle. Ideally, it's not flickering. If you have a flickering candle flame, not a good idea, then you might want to just close your eyes and sit quietly with your breath. So, gazing upon a still flame, or if you've got a silhouette of a candle, you can gaze upon the whole of the candle and the light. And the breath is easy, flowing, flowing in, flowing out, but the eyes are wide and open, and we're trying not to blink. Maybe you can open your eyes a little more. Everything around the flame naturally tends to become a little blurry. And when you can open your eyes or keep them open no longer, then you let them just gently close. Just let the eyelids gently drop down. And you may or you may not see some silhouettes, some images behind your closed eyes. Sit quietly, peacefully for a few moments. If you do see any silhouettes or negative images behind your closed eyes, stay with them as long as they are there for you. And if they dissolve and disappear, you come back to the candle flame and you repeat that whole practice. Eyes wide and open, trying to not blink. Welcoming in the light. Continue with this candle gazing practice. Your whole focus on the candle, on the flame if you can see it. And closing the eyes whenever you need to. If you don't have a candle for your practice, find your in breath, find your out breath. Particularly if you're practicing without the candle, the idea is we are connecting to the light that is around us, but also the light that is within us that we explored in our deep breaths. The last few breaths, those of you with eyes open with your candle. And then allowing for us all, our eyelids to softly close. To simply be with the softness of the in-breath and the out-breath. There is a light that shines beyond all things on earth, beyond us all, beyond the heavens, beyond the highest, the very highest heavens. This is the light that shines in our heart. This comes from one of our Upanishads. I'll read it once more. There is a light that shines beyond all things on earth, beyond us all, beyond the heavens, beyond the highest, the very highest of heavens. And this is the light that shines in our heart. Let's come to place one hand on top of the other over our heart center. Reminding ourselves of what it is we wish to be illuminated, of importance, matters of the heart, ways in which we wish to feel or be as we navigate the next few weeks. And that I invite you to spend a little time, perhaps on the 21st, the winter solstice, your own little ritual, light a candle, sit quietly. And let us celebrate when that day comes that the light is returning. Let's bring our palms together. Take a deep breath in. And a little bow of our head to our inner light. The divine light within me acknowledges the divine light within you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.